G'day everyone, it's James here again, and I'm here to bring you another edition of the Gold Coast property sales and auction results for the week. The week that we're discussing is last week, week beginning 31st of May until Sunday, June the 6th. Just for Queensland, there was 114 scheduled auctions. For Queensland, there was 275 scheduled auctions. Of the 275 scheduled auctions, only 114 went ahead. So with the other 150 or so auctions, potentially they were sold prior to the auction, or maybe the auction was postponed. But up in Queensland, a lot of properties are advertised as auction, but sometimes their offers are given beforehand and the properties are sold prior to the auction even going ahead. So of that 114 that happened, 78 were sold at auction, providing a clearance rate for the Gold Coast or for Queensland of 73%. As well, there was 1,450 private sales. So very strong sales figures for Queensland again. What I'd like to do is just to go through some of the properties like we do every week. So what I'll do is now I'll just share my screen. And we'll start off with the auction results. So first things first, I'd like to just go through the auction clearance rates for all of Australia. As you can see, Victoria, New South Wales, South Australia, and even for that matter, ACT, very strong auction clearance rates. Queensland and Western Australia, a little bit behind. Tasmania didn't really have that many auctions. But you can also see, if you look at sales volume, between Victoria's figures, about 2,000 properties were sold. New South Wales was about 2,500 and Queensland was about that 1,600. So definitely Queensland in third place. Again, when we're going through the results as well, just remember that some of the results that we're going through are private sale properties. So potentially, there's a 60-day, at most, up in Queensland, a 60-day settlement. So some of these properties, even though we're reporting them now in June, maybe these sales went through in April. And then others are the auction properties, which happened over the weekend. So I like to start off first with some lower end priced properties that were sold. And the first one that we're going to bring up is this one here. This one here was at 15 Berrigan in Southport. This property sold for $538,000. So really good buying in Southport at that price point. 531 square meters, so good block of land. Home has been updated. It's only a 2-bed, 1-bath, 1-car accommodation home. But again, this property here would lend itself to either a renovation or potentially someone's going to come and put a duplex or 2 duplexes on this site. Moving along to the second property, also in Southport, is this one here at 9 O'Doherty Avenue in Southport. This was on similar size block, 536 square meters, but this is probably the cheapest 4-bedroom home available in Southport. This home was sold for $635,000. So again, someone wanting a larger home, close to the water, this is a really good buy as well over the weekend. Moving along, we're going to move on to a suburb called Carrara. We had this 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 2-car space home, brick home on a block of land of 760 square meters. So quite large block of land. And this home sold for $650,000. So in that, you can still, in that price point of the 6s and 7s, you can still find land and still find a house. We're going to move along to another one in that same price point, but a little bit different. This one's in Tamborine Mountain. So it's about an hour from the Gold Coast. It's up in the mountains, 76 Cedar Creek Falls. This property is on 3 acres. It's got a lovely home on the property with lovely cathedral ceilings inside. And as you can see, yeah, it's the land content here that was the big seller. So you've got 3 acres of land with a beautiful home, and this sold $642,000. Next home I'd like to show you, and again, this is a duplex. This was at number 1/5 Felicia Court in Burleigh Waters. It's a 3-bedroom, 1-bath home, single car accommodation, sold for 682,000. Does have its own private pool. Nice kitchen, nice sized lounge room, dine-in. And again, we know that Burleigh Waters is a very strong suburb, very hard to get into at the moment. But for something under that 700,000 mark, you've got half a block of land, 300 square meters, and you've got that pool as well. The last one that I'd like to show you in the lower price range is this one here. Now, this was a newish styled townhouse in Robina. It's actually in a complex of townhouses. So this home in Robina, lovely new home, sold for 718,000, which is at a price point which is really good. 3-bed, 2-bath, 2-car space or double garage. It's 199 square meters internally, so a pretty big, 20 squares of living. This home, though, being part of a complex, it does have a body corporate. So there's a $92 per week body corporate that needs to be paid ongoing. So again, when purchasing, need to make sure to be aware if there's a body corporate or not and what that body corporate is. So now we're going to move on to some more expensive homes. We're going to start with the Northern Gold Coast. And the first one that I'd like to show you is this one here at 7 Namatjira Street in Paradise Point. It's on water. It was on 792 square meters. It's a 4-bed, 3-bath, 2-car accommodation home. It's got a lovely pool. It's got a brilliant outlook. Some homes have the full frontage of water. This one's got a smaller water frontage. And this home over the weekend sold at 1.56 million. So for a nice substantial home, waterfront, the prices have started to climb a bit more. But around that 1.5 mark, you can find a home. I'll move on to another one. This one's at 8 Patterson Place, still in Paradise Point. But as you can see, this one's got a real wide water frontage, lovely pool. The home is, again, 4-bed. It's 2-bath, and it's got 4-car accommodation as well with the single garage. As you can see, the home is an older home, so it can be renovated or updated. And this home sold for 1.24 million over the weekend. So a little bit less than the other one, but it does need a renovation. The last one I'd like to show is also in Paradise Point, but I'm just comparing a few different waterfront properties. And this one here, 58 Oxley Drive in Paradise Point. This was the cheapest of the waterfronts. This one sold at $1,010,000. It's on 641 square meters. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath home. It's got its own pontoon. And the reason why this one probably went a little bit less than the other homes in Paradise Point on the water is because this one's on Oxley Drive, and Oxley Drive does carry a bit of traffic. Moving along, we're going to move on to the Middle Gold Coast, and we're going to look at this home. This home's in Surfers Paradise. Surfers Paradise has seen a real increase in home prices as of late. There are not many houses in Surfers Paradise. There's a lot more apartments. This one here at 21 Blondell Avenue was auctioned over the weekend. Just under 600 square meters of land. It's a 4-bed, 2-bath with 2-car accommodation. It's got a big double-story home. So as you can see, it's quite a lovely home. It's been renovated. This home sold for 1.8 million. Okay, we're going to move along, and I'm going to show you just not too far from that home at Blondell is this one here in Chevron Island. Chevron Island is just at the back of Surfers Paradise. It's a little island accessible by car. There's 2 bridges, one in from Surfers and then one in from Bundall. This was 2 villas on one block. They were separately titled. One's a 3-bedder, one's a 2-bedder. As you can see, the location, very close to the heart of Surfers Paradise. It does lend itself to redevelopment, being zoned RD6. It was on 500 square meters of land, and for both properties, it was sold at 1.275 million. The next one that we're going to look at is a larger home, and it's this one here at 5 Shale Court in Sorrento. It's waterfront again. It's got its own private pontoon. It's on a large block of land, 918 square meters. Renovated home, 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom with 4-car accommodation. Lovely cathedral ceiling in the living area, and really well kept home. Lovely outlook onto the river. This home sold for 1.65 million. Just as a little bit of interest, this home was sold last year and it was sold at 1.375 million. So just under 300,000 in upside and less than 12 months. The last one that we're going to look at in the middle Gold Coast area will be this one here at 18 Park Avenue in Broadbeach Waters. 4-bedroom, 2-bath with 3-car accommodation. It's another waterfront home. So, on a land size of 769 square meters. It's got its own pontoon or private little pontoon or jetty for your little boat or jet ski. Again, renovated home inside, really well done. This home in Broadbeach Waters waterfront sold 1.575 million. And now we're just going to look at Southern Gold Coast. I've got a couple of homes. There hasn't been as much activity in the Southern Gold Coast, especially with houses. There's a lot more activity through the middle and northern Gold Coast. So the one that I will show you is this one here. This was auctioned over the weekend in Burleigh Waters. It's a 5-bed, 2-bath, 4-car accommodation home. You can see it's a little bit out from actual Burleigh Head, so you probably do still need a car with this home. This home sold for just over $1 million, $1,030,000. It's got a pool, again, renovated and ready to move into. The last home that we're going to look at for today is this one in a suburb called Elanora, which is just at the back of Palm Beach on 747 square meters. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, 3-car accommodation home, 26 Kensher Court in Elanora, and this home sold for $900,000. Lovely brick home, really well maintained in a great area. And when you're looking at the map, it's not too far. Like, there still needs to be a little bit of updating. Maybe the carpets can be changed. It can have a repaint, but a really good structural home. And again, in a really good spot. So you've got waterfront houses across the road from you, and not too far straight out from Palm Beach area as well. So they're the properties that I wanted to show you for this week. Again, next week I'll be back to do another report on the Gold Coast property and auction results. If you've got any information for me that you'd like, questions that you want me to share, please forward those questions to me and I'll answer them the next time that I do the auction and sales results. Until then, good luck with your property hunting and have a great week. Take care.